Today on Styrene Modeler's Haven, here's a toothbrush, some magic purple potion. Let's use them to strip some paint. I acquired this bagged Revell 172nd P1099 German jet that had been started and also painted. After checking to make sure all the parts were there, I decided to go ahead and try and strip the paint off so I could get back to the clean, bare plastic. Stripping paint off a model kit is actually not that difficult, it's mostly just a waiting game. You only need a few supplies to get started in stripping the paint off the model. You'll need some type of plastic or glass container that will be able to hold all the parts of the model completely submerged in the liquid. The main ingredient for stripping the paint off the plastic is some kind of degreaser, tire bleach, or oven cleaner. These products will strip the paint without damaging the plastic. You can either fill the container with the liquid first, or put the parts and pieces into the container and then fill it up and make sure that all the parts are submerged. If some of the parts are floating, you might need to find something to weigh them down so they get completely submerged into the liquid. Whatever you're using to strip the paint, you want to use it at full strength. Don't dilute it or water it down. Once you get all the parts submerged, then it's just a matter of waiting, usually a minimum of 24 hours, but up to 3 or 4 days depending on the type of paint that was used. The best thing to do is just to set it aside for the first 24 hours and then check back to see your progress. Alright, it's been 24 hours. Let's see how things are going. I can see that the paint is starting to come loose and there is some bubbling as well. To remove the paint, typically you need an old toothbrush or some kind of nylon stiff brush that will be able to break loose the paint without damaging the plastic. I start by using a regular old toothbrush with soft bristles, but it doesn't seem to be moving too much of the paint off the plastic. I'm able to rub some of it off with my fingers, but it looks like I'm going to need to put these parts in for a little bit longer. Well, I've had these parts in their bath for about another 2 days, so I'm going to give it another try and see how we're doing. Now we're talking. Using one of the stiffer nylon brushes, the paint is starting to come off fairly easily, and I'm able to clean the parts off thoroughly. An added benefit is now the parts are completely clean and grease-free. At this point, it's just a matter of repeating the process, brushing away the old paint, rubbing it away if I have to, and cleaning everything off with clean water. And the results speak for themselves. You might see a little bit of residual ghosting of some leftover paint on some of the parts, but it's not a big deal. A coat of primer and this will completely disappear and look like a clean, brand new part. Then all I need to do is just let all the parts dry, putting them out on a paper towel and giving it 24 hours before I start the assembly process. And there you have it. That's the quick and dirty on stripping paint off of model parts. So if you have an old model that you'd like to refinish, or you came into possession of a model that's already been started like I did, don't throw it away. Here's a great way to get that model back to a point where you can work on it. This process also works on clear parts and it won't haze or scratch the plastic as long as you use a soft bristle brush. And don't pour that degreaser down the drain. You can actually put it back in the bottle or put it in another bottle marked use degreaser, and you're able to use that same degreaser over and over again. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Hey, do me a favor, like and subscribe to help me out with that YouTube algorithm. Be sure to check out some of my other how-to videos to get some other great modeling tips, or just watch me put together some of the great builds I've done in the past. Thanks for watching.